I'm going to go through what makes something a function or not a function. I'm using our Desmos, function not a function. So if you'd like to sort of pause this video and be working on the Desmos at the same time, that would be really useful. So first thing I want you to do is just go in, complete this bell work on screen 2. And I'm going to move ahead a little bit. So we are going to work on doing some notes, although the notes are really right in this Desmos, so you can come back to this Desmos as you are doing other practice problems, either in another Desmos or on Khan Academy. And then we're going to have a little bit of guided practice actually after each set of notes, and then some independent practice. So the first thing, what we're going to learn is to identify functions using sets of ordered pairs, tables, mappings, and graphs. So first, answer this question: what do you notice about the vending machine? And here, okay, so first thing is this a function? Does every input have one and only one output? So what makes something a function is that it has one and only one output. Your inputs are on this side and your outputs are on there. So what I want you to do is sort of trace these lines and make sure that every input goes to one output. For example, the 1 goes to a 7 and the 2 goes to a 1. My 1 going to my 7 didn't show up very well. 3 goes to 5 and 4 goes to 3. And so down here, we would explain that this is a function because every input goes to one output. And again, you can always pause this, type it in, move on. The next example, if we are to draw our lines, if you notice 1 goes to 1, so we're good. But notice here that 2 goes to both 5 and 3. So right here, this is what makes it not a function, because 2 has 2 outputs, both 3 and 5. Notice over here that the 4 goes to 7, that's okay, and 5 goes to 7. It's okay that both 4 and 5 all have the same output as long as each one only has one output. So when I would go to write my answer, I would say it is not a function because 2 goes to both 3 and 5. Oh, and I don't have notes here. I'm going to have to work on that. So you're going to practice the next couple. So pause this, go practice. So for ordered pairs, again, we're going to look at every one and ask the question, does every input have one and only one output? So for this first one, we have 1 going to 7. The first number, your x value, is always your input, and your second number is always your output. So 1 goes to 7, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 5, 4 goes to 3, so that would be a function. Here, on the other hand, the 2 goes to 3, and then the 2 goes to the 4. So that would not be a function because 2 is going to both 3 and 4. Here, 3 goes to 5 and 2 goes to 5. That is still a function because the 3 still has its one output and the 2 still has its one output of 5. And then the 9 also has an output of 5, and that's okay. That is still a function. So try the next couple, making sure to explain your answers, and let's look at a table. Again, the x values are your input and your y values are your output. So here, 1 goes to 7, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 5, 4 goes to 3. This is a function because every input has one and only one output. Now here, on the other hand, 1 goes to 7 and 1 goes to 5. So right there, you know it is not a function. Try a couple on your own, and let's look at a graph. With a graph, there is a different way. We can look at x's are your input, and so we could look like at 3, your output for 3 would be here, and it would be here. So notice that there are 2 outputs, meaning that it is not a function. The other way of looking at that is seeing if you can draw a vertical line. Oh, pretend that's a vertical line. Let's see. Let's try that again. I'll use the line tool. See if you can draw a vertical line, and if the line hits it more than once, it is not a function. If you look over here, when I draw a vertical line, it only hits it once, meaning that at this point, which is about 3.5, my output would be 2. So that would be a function. So try a couple of those. And then from here on out, you can independently practice. It will tell you if you're getting them right or wrong, so don't move on until you've gotten them right. Sort of go back, try to fix your mistakes, look back at the notes that are on this Desmos, and keep trying it.